Hello, sixth grade. So today we're going to continue learning about the atmosphere, okay? And you're going to also learn about clouds and the different types of clouds. So I have a Google Doc online for you guys. So with Google Docs, what you can do is actually open it with Google Docs. I've made a copy for each of you. So you can open it in Google Docs and you can just type it in right there. So I'm trying to make it a little bit easier for you guys. If you don't want to do it on Google Docs, then that is okay. Just hand write it in your notebook, all the answers, and then take a picture of it. Make sure you organize it and put it like the numbers next to it to make sure it's easy for me to grade after, okay? So either do it in Google Docs, just edit the document, or handwrite it in your notebooks, okay? Now, on the Google Doc, there's also a bunch of links for you to click on. It's similar to when we do the stations, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more simple. So let me know how you like it. Tell me if it's easier or not in the comments, okay? Okay, so today, before we start, I want to go over the different layers of the atmosphere, okay? So this is actually going to be one of the questions too, but watch this first and just let me go over it for you guys, and then try again on your own, okay? So I did another awesome drawing, and I'm going to try to keep it up the whole time. Oh, okay, so we're going to start with the troposphere, okay? So humans live in the troposphere. Nearly all weather occurs in the lowest layer. So right over here, right, the troposphere. Okay, so it's at 10 kilometers. That's where that's how far up it goes, which is also the same as like 6 or 10 miles. Okay, they say 6 and 10 miles sometimes as well. So that's how far up from the Earth, all the way up from the surface of the Earth, going up to the troposphere. Okay, so yeah, so we live there. Most clouds appear here, mainly because 99% of the water vapor in the atmosphere is found in the troposphere. So air pressure drops and the temperature get colder as you climb. As you get higher up, the temperature is going to get colder, right? And yeah, okay, so that's the troposphere. Now, real quick, I want to go over the ozone layer. The ozone layer is what, oops, I erased one. The ozone layer is what keeps us keeps the UV rays out, basically. Okay, so the ozone layer is really important to us because lots of things couldn't survive if all of the sun is beating down on us too much. The ozone layer is a layer that protects us from the sun's rays. Okay, all right, let's move on to the stratosphere. So that's right here, the second closest layer of the atmosphere. Okay, so that is about 50 kilometers out, starts up there from the surface of the Earth. The infamous ozone layer is found within that. So the ozone layer is actually in the stratosphere, right? Stratosphere. The ozone molecules absorb the high energy from that sun, remember? So that converts the sun's energy into heat on the Earth, right? So now, unlike the troposphere, the stratosphere actually gets warmer the higher you go, okay? And a lot of planes and like commercial jets are going to be flying in there because that it's above the weather, okay? Yeah, so the jet streams flows near the border between the troposphere and the stratosphere. Normally they go through the troposphere planes and then they kind of hang out at the border of there, okay? Let's move on to mesosphere. Okay, so most meteors from space, they will burn up in the mesosphere. Unlike the stratosphere, temperatures once again grow colder as you rise up through the mesosphere. The coldest temperatures in Earth's atmosphere are in the mesosphere, okay? So, what else? It's really thin air up there. You would not be able to breathe in this area here in the mesosphere. And the air pressure at the bottom of the layer is well below 1% of the pressure at sea level, okay? So it's just gonna, the air pressure, the air levels are gonna just be dropping as you go further and further from the Earth, right? All right, and let's go to the thermosphere. Okay, so second last layer out, it's about, it ends at about 372 miles up above the Earth. In many ways, this layer is more like outer space than any part of the atmosphere. Okay, So the satellites that orbit Earth are going to be in this level, including like the International Space Station. That's in the thermosphere. Okay. Uh, yeah. So and you know the northern lights. So the aurora occurs in that thermosphere too. The northern lights happen in here. So yeah. Now, lastly, there's the exosphere up here. There's the air in the atmosphere is very, very thin, making this layer even more space-like than the thermosphere, okay? In fact, air in the exosphere is constantly leaking out the Earth's atmosphere into outer space. So there's no clear-cut boundary where it ends. It's just pretty much from here till forever is the exosphere, okay? And you can find high or Earth orbit satellites found there. So there are some satellites up here too, but the International Space Station satellite are going to be in here. Okay. So that was a lot. I hope that kind of explains the differences between all of them. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions on today's work. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.